Hey, Guy and Rob back here at the Pendergrass Academy Martial Arts, and we wanted to share with you guys one more tip for helping your child deal with bullies. So just a little recap. In our first video, we talked about how competence can build confidence and how that can help children with dealing with bullies. In our second video, we talked about the four major types of bullying, and specifically we talked a little more about what we feel is probably one of the most common forms of bullying, which is the verbal bullying, and how practicing role playing can help children, build a little confidence and be able to practice, before they ever get bullied, and if they are, how to deal with that confrontation.
So today we're going to go a little bit more specific into some strategies and tips that we give our students here at our academy. And it's a really simple way to remember if you ever are to be bullied, a very easy way to remember how to deal with that situation in multiple steps. So what we do is we call it the 3 T's: talk, tell, tackle. And so talk basically means if you're ever verbally bullied, physically bullied, that you deal directly with the bully first. Hopefully the kid has the confidence to stand up to the bully, whether that's to say something back, to physically defend themselves. We do teach our students they do have the right to defend themselves. But if we're talking about verbal bullying, which is probably the most common nowadays, is to stand up to that bully and say, look, I don't appreciate this, stop picking on me, I'm going to let someone know. Whatever that is, whatever we role played in the little simple one-liners that we give kids, that's what we want them to say to the bully. Now, the second one is tell. Tell, what does that mean? That means if you're repeatedly trying to deal with the bully, it's not working, and you need someone to help come in and intervene on your behalf. Basically, it's tell an adult, whether that's a teacher, a principal, a parent, a bus driver, whoever they feel confident and comfortable with, that they could go to and say, look, I've been being bullied, I've been trying to deal with this situation, it's not working. Have that person come in and help with that. Now, if that doesn't work, if repeatedly the bully, again, when it comes to verbal bullying, it's hard to catch. Kids going to the bathroom, a kid says something to another kid. Parents, teachers, adults aren't always around. They're not always going to see everything. So it could potentially continue on. So the last step is tackle. So what does that mean? Basically, tackle means to kind of verbally, we call it in our classes verbal jiu-jitsu, is to sort of take that verbal aspect to another level. Is to draw a line in the sand and say, look, I'm not afraid of you. If I have to defend myself, I will. So you're just sort of kind of kicking it up a notch, so to speak, in terms of what you say to the bully to let them know you're serious, and if you have to, you will defend yourself. Now look, we would never tell a kid to stand up to a bully in a physical situation if they don't feel confident they can defend themselves. It's like when you're little and you don't know how to swim and someone just throws you into the water. You're not going to be very confident, So we want kids to be confident, and the way they're going to be confident is if they know in the back of their head they can defend themselves. That's when they're going to be 100% confident to stand up to a bully and say, look, I don't appreciate it, stop picking on me. If I have to, I'll defend myself.
And like Rob said, with the 3 T's, it's a really easy way for kids to remember the steps. If I'm getting picked on, well, say something to the bully yourself first. And in the second T, if that's not working, tell a trusted adult. And then the third and final T is if any of the previous two didn't work, then I just have to kind of take it to the next level in terms of how I verbally defend myself. So, and our final tip is, have your child, take a martial art like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is a great way to, build confidence and learn a self-defense that's nonviolent, and it allows the kid to build a lot of confidence and give them the skills to be able to stand up to a bully.
So guys, we really appreciate you watching all of our videos. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us personally, whether that's Facebook, through a message, making a comment below, emailing us. We've been doing this for the last 8 years. We feel passionate about, empowering kids to be more confident, to be able to stand up for themselves, and just to, go through life, in a way where they achieve everything they want to achieve. All right. So again, thanks for taking the time to watch these videos. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Have a good day.